Hi there and welcome to another great episode of the JetSet. Coming up on today's show, I've got help finding the perfect spring break retreat.
And Lauren Gretsch stopped by to talk about planning the perfect destination wedding.
And I've got pro travel tips on business travel update. All this and much is coming up. You are watching the JetSet.
Meeting a new friend always makes my trip complete.
Keeping up with the news about a destination helps me make the most of my trip.
Experiencing different cultures, exploring new places, and connecting with diverse people make me a better person.
So it would be strange if we didn't start this week's edition of Here's This, powered by TravelPulse.com, with actually two updates. First, Galen's out today.
Yeah.
Our TJS and Espanol correspondent, Juan Albaran, filling in. Thank you for being here.
Sí, bienvenido.
And also, it would be strange if we didn't start by talking about the coronavirus and the impact it's having on the travel industry.
Oh.
I know. Many airlines, including JetBlue, American, United, and Delta, are all waiving change and cancellation fees as the virus continues to spread across the globe. Now, the Trump administration announced that entry to the United States from foreign nationals who have traveled to China in the last 14 days will be denied unless they are immediate family members of an American citizen or a permanent resident of the United States. Now, U.S. citizens or other eligible passengers who have traveled in China within the past 2 weeks will go through additional screening upon their arrival. The CDC will conduct these screenings at all entry points where they have quarantine stations. Those who have traveled to Iran within the previous 14 days must now enter the U.S. through an approved airport. Now, here are the 11 airports where travelers will undergo additional screening. Atlanta, JFK, Chicago O'Hare, Newark Liberty International, Dallas Fort Worth, San Francisco International, Detroit, Seattle Tacoma International Airport, Honolulu, Washington Dulles, and also LAX.
Oh man.
Right?
There's just so much confusion going, like, can I travel here? What's gonna happen? What if I already booked a trip and then I don't wanna go or come back? Or what if you were visiting family overseas and then you wanted to come back? This is a mess.
It is.
And it just has such a ripple effect through so many industries. I mean, we just gotta get this under control
I
here.
agree.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of miscommunication as well. If you see the CDC and also the OPS give recommendation and advice for the people who's traveling and not traveling, and you see a lot of people with masks and they are not sick. Mm-hmm. So they recommend use the mask only if you present symptoms or
right.
if you have a flu, and that way you avoid to may contact the other person or the other people.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that. Wearing the mask is not going to stop you from getting coronavirus or the flu.
Yeah.
It only stops you from spreading it if you already have it.
But it's only one kind of mask, and it's a specific mask you can wear for that, but it's not something like you go and buy immediately like that. So.
Well, it's going to be, I feel like we're in for a long couple of months.
I am ready for this I'm ready for to move on.
All right, well, let's move on, but not too far, actually, because as the coronavirus spreads across Italy, sorry, Nikki, Venice now has to prepare for an emergency as the city is still dealing with the aftermath of major floods only a few months ago. Now, Venice, of course, famed for its citywide waterways and attracting over 30 million tourists each year, has already taken a hit to its tourism industry after experiencing some of the worst flooding in half a century toward the end of 2019. The floods caused more than 1 billion euros in damage to residences and businesses, as well as damage to renowned landmarks such as St. Mark's Basilica.
One of my favorite places on earth. And it is such a fragile city. I mean, where it's located and just, we gotta take care of Venice. I wonder what are they doing now to...
Well, I mean, first they're still dealing with the floods. Now they're also dealing with people getting coronavirus.
I think we should go there right now. We should help out and we should make sure everything there is okay.
I think if we brought all of that saved Nikki cash that we've saved up on this show, maybe we can help rebuild Venice.
I think we can actually. I mean, yes. Get ready for us, Venice.
We'll come up with some more ideas. We'll be right back in 30 seconds with more of the Jet Set.
And I will happily eat my way through your entire city with my Nikki cash.
I don't think it's an approved currency.
Over 70 years of experience in heart and aviation, the members of the Association of Flight Attendants know the realities of the aircraft cabin better than anyone. We don't just serve drinks, we save lives. We don't just negotiate contracts, we move major policy issues like the smoking ban, no knives on planes, clean water, and safe food on board. The air we breathe matters, and we stop the spraying of poisonous pesticides. The Association of Flight Attendants. Stronger together, better together.
For many business travelers, it's easy to pass over potential benefits from your employer's travel purchase, but most loyalty programs favor the traveler rather than purchaser. So it's time to stop letting perks pass you by.
Yeah.
So here are a few tips to help you make the most of your business travel.
Let's
Juan
get into it.
hates when perks pass him by.
Yeah, me
He
too.
will walk miles for perks.
Sign up for the Airline Frequent Flyer program, even if you don't expect to fly frequently. Joining one of these programs takes 5 minutes and costs nothing, and also pays you a lot of miles that you can have like a real cash value that you don't anticipate.
It's true.
For example, you may be able to transfer those miles to a hotel rewards program that you like.
Ah.
Yeah, because then you get the airline ticket for free, maybe an upgrade for free, and then you can stay for free.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it takes so quickly
Yeah.
to just go, signed up.
Use a rewards earning credit card for everything on your trip. It's not a brainer that if you're spending money, you might as well get rewarded for it.
I have been saying that for years.
Make sure the credit card you use to pay something you want be like hotel points, airline miles, or loyalty points and cashback.
Yeah, it's important to pick a card with benefits and rewards that you're actually going to use. You want it to either be cash back or points on your favorite airline.
Yes.
So then this way you can actually cash in on the stuff they're giving you.
Signing up for a dining program. Many airlines offer a dining program in which you register a credit card, any card, not only the airline card. A lot of frequent flyers don't bother with these programs because once upon a time they skim a list of participating restaurants. So
when you made this list,
Yeah.
you were thinking of me
Yeah, like
because
you?
saw me do that. I signed up for the dining program and saw the restaurants, and I was like, oh, nah, I'm not going to eat any of those places, so I'm not going to put any more cards in there. And then at the end of the year, you go back and you look at the list again, and you realize, oh, I lost so many points.
So if you're traveling, you could easily find yourself in a miles, points, restaurant without realizing it.
true.
If you pay with a credit card, you register with a dining program, you could get a happy surprise in the front of miles. That magic hill will be.
In your account.
Yeah.
You just
You're
look up your
flying frequent
account.
And I didn't get
Yep.
that magic surprise.
We've got to take a quick break, but Lauren Gretsch has destination weddings handled. It's all coming up in 60 seconds.
It's time for even more travel headlines on Here's More, powered by TravelPulse.com. Now, here's an interesting story. A Malaysia Airlines flight attendant fired almost 3 years ago for being 1 pound overweight lost her unfair dismissal case. According to British newspaper The Independent, Aina Melissa Hassim, who has worked for the airline for 25 years, weighed 9 stone? Who wrote this? Weighed 9 stone, 7 pounds. When her contract was terminated in 2017.
Let me find out how much
We're
nine
going to use the Googles
Let
right
me
now.
find out how much
Let's just
9
do that.
stones
You keep looking that up. I'm going to keep reading. Oh, here, it's translated. It's 133 pounds.
Oh, okay.
I just had to keep going.
Oh.
1 pound over the 132 pound maximum demanded by the airline. Now, Hassim filed a complaint against the company, but the court ruled against her and in favor of Malaysia Airlines. Now, the court is convinced that the company had provided the claimant with ample opportunities and chances to comply with the company's policy, and that despite the many opportunities, however, the claimant had consistently failed to achieve her optimal weight, said the court chairman. Now, Malaysia Airlines uses body mass index as its arbiter as to what is considered and not considered a healthy weight.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Your weight changes all day long.
Yeah.
So all day long, you're gaining and losing weight. So are they thinking, because this is more of an aesthetic thing, they want all of their flight attendants to be certain?
Well, I mean, if you walk through any international airport, you will see clearly the flight attendants that come from the United States and the flight attendants that come from everywhere else. I guess they're allowed to have that requirement, because here in the United States, that is not allowed. But 1 pound?
1
I mean,
pound after 25 years? How about let's have a meeting?
Yeah.
You've been here for 25 years.
You ate a bagel.
You had a baby. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, because
Right.
you will be 3 pounds less.
Yeah,
I
right.
just think that after 25 years, I cannot believe that.
That they didn't just give her X-Lax? Like,
I don't know.
something would have.
It ain't right. It ain't right. Are you dreaming of a destination wedding? Well, luckily, Lauren Gretsch, CEO of LLG Events, came by to share her insights into the world of event planning. Check it out. Destination weddings are on the rise and a growing trend. Just picture a Santorini sunset wedding or having the Rainbow Room in New York City host your special day. But where do the happy couple go to plan their perfect wedding? Luckily, we have Lauren Gretsch, CEO and founder of LLG Events and Corporate and Incentive Travel's most influential woman of 2019.
Yeah.
Lauren, congratulations and welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, listen, we have a lot to cover, but first of all, you have not always been a destination wedding planner.
No,
you
I have not.
started in a completely different role. So tell me where you started and now what was the transformation to get here?
So before I became a wedding planner, I was dissecting how people died. So I worked in the medical examiner's office and I was around dead bodies and I was doing forensic toxicology. And I got, it's really crazy. It's like very paradoxical. I went from death to life.
Yes.
And I got engaged and I absolutely loved the process of planning my wedding. And Paul and I decided to say, you know what? Let's quit everything. Let's move back home with my in-laws and let's start a wedding planning company.
And you did it.
And we did it.
So you really went from like celebrating something, life's big thing. So you started there and now you are going all over the world planning destination weddings.
Yes.
We're going to get to that, but let's go also back. I love how your connection to NYU. Tell me about your relationship with NYU.
I don't have a relationship with NYU. I did not actually. I applied there for my undergraduate. I applied there for my master's. And I also applied for I was going to be a doctor of medicine and I wanted to do forensic pathology. I got rejected 3 times and I got knocking on their door again and they actually offered me their first position at event management, the Master's in Science program at NYU, and I curriculum built event design and production. And I actually got to teach the course this fall and I got the job again for next semester and I'm really excited to share it.
Yay! Congratulations!
Thank you.
You're doing things, Lauren.
Thank you.
You are really doing things.
I told you this. Crazy.
Let's jump back into destination weddings. Tell me what countries are really stepping up and really getting on the scene and trying to get people to have their weddings in their countries. Tell me what's going on.
Oh my God. I mean, there's so much pull for destination weddings right now. I mean, the United Arab Emirates is having a huge campaign of attracting destination weddings. Dubai has become the epicenter of the wedding world. Exclusive, luxury, big, lavish weddings. Even Saudi Arabia is really looking to pick up their weddings and bring different people from different cultures. Also, if you go back to Europe, I mean, Italy and France, they're still like the quintessential places to get married. Who doesn't want to get married on the Amalfi Coast? I mean, come on. If I was getting married at Villa Cimbroni on the Amalfi Coast, like, yeah, I'd be freaking happy. Capri, Switzerland. That's a huge one.
I also feel like Bermuda and UVI are really also stepping up their tourism game and having
the tourism boards
Yeah.
are actually investing in destination weddings. They're investing in wedding strategies to say, how can we bring couples from America or couples from Korea or Asia? How can we bring them to Bermuda to experience our culture and what we have to offer?
I like how the places are mixing in their culture with also planning a wedding. It's really interesting, and I like how the Middle East is kind of bringing their culture in and there's just so many things synergistically tied in together. It's really, there's so much going on.
Yeah, it's so fascinating. I mean, I did a wedding in Bora Bora in the French Polynesia. It was probably my favorite place to go this year. And we infused local culture into the decor of the wedding, into the music, into the attire, into the officiant and the wedding ceremony. There's so many places to infuse your local culture into a wedding and express your culture in a wedding that it's great for travel.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is just the beginning. Where can people find more information about you?
You can go to our website, visit us at llgevents.com. You could visit our Facebook. Our Instagram is full of destination wedding inspiration, and so is our Pinterest. So go and find it.
There's so much going on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
What spring break destination should you set your sights on? We've got help right after one quick break.
Let's talk about Haribo Gold Bears. Aloha! I can't stop eating this orange one. The red one is more gooder to me because it tastes like berries. My bears are like doing cartwheels and backflips and stuff. And then I'm going to fly it into my mouth.
And for all your favorite gummies in one bag, try Haribo Star Mix.
Let's talk about Haribo Gold Bears. The red one is more gooder to me because it tastes like berries. They're really squishy. And then I'm going to fly it into my mouth. Let's talk about Haribo Gold Bears. Aloha! I can't stop eating this orange one. The red one is more gooder to me because it tastes like berries. My bears are like doing cartwheels and backflips and stuff. And then I'm going to fly it into my mouth.
And for all your favorite gummies in one bag, try Haribo Star Mix.
Let's talk about Haribo Gold Bears. The red one is more gooder to me because it tastes like berries. They're really squishy. And then I'm going to fly it into my mouth.
I'm Sonia Gavankar with today's Travel Tech Minute. Space tourism venture Virgin Galactic showed off their new line of custom Under Armour designed flight suits that the company's customers will wear on their short trips to suborbital space. Dancers showed off the suit's flexibility using an indoor skydiving chamber in Yonkers, New York. And during the presentation, Virgin Galactic founder Richard Branson also unveiled his own custom suit. Branson's jacket features his face on the inner lining, naturally, made up of tiny spaceship airplanes. The Under Armour suits are comprised of multiple items, including a base layer, footwear, and outerwear. The suits are supposed to make people comfortable in their harnesses whenever they feel extra G's during the climb to space. Customers will even have the opportunity to customize their gear if they want. For example, they can add their name badges and flags from their home countries. There are also hidden pockets where customers can stow personal items to take to space with them. To complete the ensemble, customers will also get a training suit as well as a limited edition jacket to commemorate their flight. All these materials will be personally tailored for each person flying with Virgin Galactic, a small perk for those who have already dropped $250,000 on one ticket to space. And that's today's Travel Tech Minute. For more, visit thetechshow.tv.
Welcome back. It's prime time for spring breaks and long weekend escapes, and so we touched base with travel expert Janine Tornatori for some insider tips. Here's some of what she shared.
One of my favorite power moves on the weekend is heading to big cities. New York, Chicago, Boston, a lot of these are big business travel destinations during the week, but on the weekends, those areas of the city empty out and you can find great promotions at fantastic properties from the W, the Westin, the Moxie, lots of great hotels in these financial districts.
She also mentioned a couple of our favorite destinations, JW Essex House in New York City and the Sheraton Grand in Chicago. And guess what? Weekends are when you'll find the best availability and value. And if you've got more than a weekend, Janine suggests heading south, but not where you might think.
Well, for spring break, when you're getting this late in the game, sometimes you have to think a little outside the box. Now, so many people want to go to warm weather destinations, but warm doesn't have to mean tropical. I like looking to these mid-sized cities in the southern half of the country, places like Dallas, Fort Worth, where they have great restaurant scenes, museums, water parks for the kids, and plenty of new properties right in the heart of the city. One of my favorites is actually in Fort Worth. It's called the Sinclair. It's part of the Autograph Collection. But you're going to find a lot of these fun boutique properties in these cities. Great options for spring break.
Remember, before you plan your trip, make sure you plan to get your real ID.
come October 1st, everyone needs to be Real ID ready. So the government is making sure that everyone has the correct form of ID when they're going through the airports. You may already have this on your driver's license and you may not. So what you need to do is go to tsa.gov to see if you're compliant or see if you need to get a new Real ID. And the reason why I'm talking about this now is because come August and September, there's going to be crowds at the DMV. You don't want to get stuck on that, so put that on your 2020 to-do list and get it done sooner than later.
If you want to get in on 5G without adding more to your wireless bill, check this out.
5G is here. It's the next generation of wireless network technology, and T-Mobile has the first and only nationwide 5G network. And unlike other wireless providers, T-Mobile is giving 5G access at no extra cost.
If you're looking to upgrade to a 5G phone, the new Samsung Galaxy S20 flagship devices are here. The S20 Plus and the S20 Ultra are the first smartphones in the U.S. that tap into the full potential of 5G. They're available today at T-Mobile with amazing deals.
These deals are for everyone, even businesses.
Get up to half off the latest Samsung Galaxy smartphones via bill credits with an eligible trade-in, or snag a BOGO offer with bill credits when adding a line. And only T-Mobile includes 5G in all of its plans. That means anyone can get 2 lines starting at just $90 a month plus tax for T-Mobile Essentials with 5G included.
For more information, visit T-Mobile.com.
Bobby has your travel inspiration coming up after one final break.
Where are we going?
Pennsylvania.
We are?
Yes.
Can I use my Mickey Cash
No,
there?
but you can win it for free.
I love it.
It's a great day, I'm feeling good. Oh, the possibilities of what I could. Oh, the world is yours, look a little bit closer. If you want it, come and get it. You can take it over. You can make your tomorrows what you want them to be. We're going up, 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 and up, up, up.
This week on The Go, we want you to go on vacation. The Happy Valley Adventure Bureau commissioned a new Harris Poll survey, and the results are a bit surprising. Did you use all of your vacation time last year?
Absolutely.
Now, do you know of someone who didn't?
Everyone.
Right? I know, it's really strange. Now, did you also know that 1 in 4 Americans left paid time off on the table, and of those surveyed, 46% of the respondents said that they know a friend or family member, much like these two here, or a coworker who doesn't use all of their vacation time. And to really sum this up, the U.S. Travel Association reported that last year, 768 million vacation days went unused. That's 2.1 million years of vacation that people didn't take.
America!
I know.
Go on vacation!
Happy Valley Adventure Bureau, folks. I'm Agent Chipper. This is Agent Friendly. What is this about? It's about a word called vacation.
We just can't swing a big trip right now.
Oh, is that so? Book him on a trip to Happy Valley.
So in response to the data, the Happy Valley Adventure Bureau wants you to use your paid time off, or PTO, and PT Go to Happy Valley. Nominate a friend or family member who doesn't use all of their time off to win a trip for 4 to Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. And at the end of spring, I will pick 2 winners to win those 2 trips. Now visit ptgocontest.com now to enter.
I want to go to Happy Valley.
Yeah, everybody sign up.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, I love signing up for